don't even got a fucking car to drive. And you talking shit about me? Shut the up. Y'all don't even got a fucking house to wash your ass. And then you talking shit about me? Shut the up.
Even like when my children, love my children. All four of my children are adults. And I told them, listen, no more handouts. No more handouts.
Floyd Mayweather's daughter has pushed back against the criticism surrounding reports that her father has stopped providing her with financial assistance. Yaya Mayweather defended the idea of accepting financial help from parents, arguing that there is nothing shameful about receiving support from family. She has also suggested that Floyd's decision to reduce or end that assistance may be connected to reports that his own financial circumstances have changed.
Wouldn't you want to? I want the same thing for my son. I don't want him to ever have to work. Why does that bother so much? And why is that always being thrown in my face like that's such a bad...
During a recent podcast appearance, Floyd Mayweather Jr. discussed his approach to financially supporting his children. He explained that he does not want his kids to become dependent on receiving money from him whenever they need something. Instead, Floyd stressed that they should learn how to make money, manage it responsibly, and build their own financial security rather than relying entirely on the wealth he accumulated during his boxing career.
Go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money, I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. I told them, listen, from here on out, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys.
After reports surfaced claiming that Yaya Mayweather's financial allowance had been reduced or completely cut off, she said she would actually be interested in discovering what life is like with a traditional 9-to-5 job. Her comments quickly drew attention, with critics questioning whether someone raised in an extremely wealthy household would be ready for the demands, discipline, and daily pressure associated with a conventional career.
Right? So Yaya Mayweather is the daughter of Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
Obviously, Floyd Mayweather, world-time iconic boxer, made $1 billion in his lifetime. Money team. I seen her, and I was kind of torn. At first, everybody was like going at her, ha, oh my God, y'all going broke. But I'm like,
never.
You know, I wasn't really mad at what she was saying. So basically, she was saying, lately, I've been bored. So bored, I was thinking about getting a job just for the fun of it.
Just for the fun.
Now, for full context, she's been rich her whole life.
Oh, yeah, she's a Nepo baby. She's
a Nepo.
She is the example of what it looks like to just only know lavish, only know luxury, only know the finest of the finest.
And then her dad is Floyd, so all he do is, like, he got floss, he got 100 cars, he got all of this, they fly on private jets.
Right.
So her whole life is luxury, and she probably has never had to struggle or had any type of adversity. She don't know, and she can't relate to anybody. This is probably why she can't create no products or services to monetize her stardom.
The situation has also sparked a broader debate about whether being raised around massive wealth automatically prepares someone to manage money effectively. Critics argue that having access to millions does not necessarily teach a person how to budget, save, invest, or plan for the future. Without those abilities, even substantial wealth can eventually disappear. The discussion has expanded beyond the Mayweather family, with some people arguing that wealthy heirs can struggle to preserve inherited fortunes when they grow up without learning financial responsibility and discipline.
These little girls don't know how to do nothing. And she's sitting on I'm bored. And y'all can say, well, her daddy rich, but like, well, what if something happens to her father? Oh, we got trust funds. Okay, cool. He may have trust funds. But does she know how to budget money? Does she know how to make money? Does she know the value of money? That empire, that estate is gonna be gone. And statistics show that 85% of second wealth generators from their parents go broke because they don't understand how to manage it, which means there's a few reasons. Either we spent too much time making it, we didn't have time to educate our kids on it, and so we just gave them everything. Or two, they just don't give a damn. They just entitled.
Yaya Mayweather has previously pushed back against comparisons between her lifestyle and that of an average person. She has explained that her childhood was fundamentally different because she grew up as the daughter of boxing superstar Floyd Mayweather Jr. Luxury, wealth, and unique opportunities were normal parts of her life from an early age. Because of that background, Yaya believes it may be unfair to judge her according to exactly the same expectations placed on someone who grew up under completely different financial circumstances.
Literally, y'all have to stop comparing me, and even the people that y'all comparing me to, they have to stop, okay, comparing themselves to me. Because listen, you cannot, y'all have to stop comparing me to people who wear fake designer stuff, okay? Let's start there. Who wear fake designer stuff. Baby, I'm walking into designer stores, Neiman Saks to get my stuff. They're not. They're getting these from these little boutiques, whatever. Let's start there. Now, then we're gonna go to stop comparing me to people who rent exotic cars, foreign cars. Baby, every car I drive, best believe, is paid for. It's not rented, paid for. It's in my last name.
Yaya's defense of receiving financial support from her parents has also intensified speculation about Floyd Mayweather's financial situation. Desire recently posted on X about a lawsuit in which Floyd reportedly accused a former associate of causing losses that could potentially total around $175 million. The allegations reportedly involve money being redirected over a period of years, jewelry transactions in which items valued at approximately $100 million were allegedly pledged for only about $13 million, a private aircraft that Floyd claims disappeared from his control, and disputed real estate transactions. If proven, those allegations would represent a significant financial blow. The Post also noted that the opposing side has reportedly denied the accusations and argued that Floyd's own history of extravagant spending may explain some of his financial problems. While some critics believe Mayweather simply spent too much, others have speculated that financial pressure could eventually encourage him to return to the ring. That speculation has even revived discussion about a possible exhibition against Mike Tyson as another potential source of income. After years of being known as Money Mayweather, and reportedly generating more than $1 billion throughout his career, any major financial setback would naturally receive enormous attention. According to the lawsuit, Mayweather alleges that his former associate, Jonah Renetz, gradually gained control and influence over various parts of his business and finances. Floyd claims Renetz acted as a trusted advisor while overseeing important financial matters for an extended period.
Lawsuit against his business partner Jonah Renetz. So the name should be familiar to you. He has been described as Floyd Mayweather's right-hand man for decades. Also, he has been named in several lawsuits with Floyd for them being involved in scams themselves. The lawsuits include allegations for fake exhibition fights, allegations for unpaid jet bills, unpaid jewelry, unpaid services provided. But in turn, now Floyd is suing him and saying, hey, I never saw this stuff. You have scammed me out of jewelry. You have scammed me out of money. You've scammed me out of real estate. And so this is a big, massive lawsuit, guys. What's also interesting is Floyd has had an interesting support for the Israel community. Jonah Renetz is a member of a prominent Jewish Orthodox family. I'm curious if he's going to continue to have the same set of support. I'm also curious to say what if he's going to prevail in the other lawsuits. Is this a way for him to get out of it?
Dana White has also addressed the reports surrounding Floyd Mayweather's legal and financial troubles, showing sympathy toward the boxing legend while even suggesting that he might be willing to help. White acknowledged how hard Floyd worked to build his enormous fortune, explaining that it would be difficult to watch someone accumulate that level of wealth only to potentially lose a significant portion through alleged theft or other circumstances. The lawsuit reportedly contains claims involving missing money, questionable investments, unauthorized transfers, jewelry transactions, and Floyd's private aircraft.
And one of the most dominant boxers in the history of the sport. But now, Floyd is stepping into the courtroom to fight for money he claims that he was never paid, and he wants justice on his terms. So let's talk details. Let me tell you about.
Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has reportedly become entangled in another legal dispute involving Showtime and longtime advisor Al Heyman. Mayweather has accused the parties involved of financial misconduct, alleging that money connected to various business arrangements was improperly handled. According to the claims, Floyd believes millions of dollars may have been mismanaged, withheld, or otherwise controlled through agreements connected to his boxing career and broader business interests.
A lawsuit in California against Showtime Networks and Steven Espinoza, claiming they helped his former advisor, Al Heyman, misappropriate a huge chunk of his fight earnings to the tune of $340 million. Mayweather says the money is still missing and unaccounted for, and he's now suing Showtime and Espinoza for aiding and abetting breach of fiduciary duty, civil conspiracy to commit fraud. Ooh, it's a serious accusation there. Conversion, unjust enrichment, and he's seeking punitive damage on top of the missing $340 million. So why is Floyd suing him, and what is he claiming? Well, Floyd argues that during his legendary career, where he generated $1 billion in revenue plus and pay-per-view money, a significant portion of the funds that he made through those events, through his fights, didn't make it into his hands because they were funneled through accounts controlled by his...
Former Showtime president Steven Espinoza has also addressed the allegations connected to the ongoing legal dispute involving Floyd Mayweather Jr., adding another perspective to the controversy surrounding the former champion's business affairs.
I can't say too much about it. The lawyers have asked me not to, but, obviously Floyd is looking for $340 million, which he, I think, supposedly discovered 10 years later is missing. I think you can tell by my tone what my thoughts are about that. And look, all I can say is I'm confident in the legal process. I'm confident about, what the facts are going to show. And I look forward to this, playing out in court so everybody can see exactly what is true and exactly what, where the money went. Because if you look at the, how my career has played out, I spent my career going back to representing both Mike Tyson and Oscar De La Hoya. I've spent my career making sure that fighters are treated fairly and have gotten compensated fairly. And I've never done anything, but that. And I think at the administration that I ran at Showtime was one that was very fighter friendly, and I stand by that. And I know my reputation will continue to be.
Veteran boxing analyst Teddy Atlas also discussed reports that former Showtime executive Steven Espinoza was named in Floyd Mayweather's lawsuit. Atlas openly acknowledged that he has never been particularly fond of Espinoza and argued that questions about how fighters are paid in boxing business arrangements have existed for years. Atlas also suggested that some observers believe Mayweather's legal battles could be connected, at least in part, to the enormous financial demands created by his lifestyle and his continued need for substantial amounts of money.
There's Foley in there. I know Steven Espinoza was named. He ran Showtime at the time. He was named him. I never was a fan of Espinoza. Again, I'm not afraid to say and not mince my words when I feel a certain way. And I've taken arrows for it, and of course I've also taken some praise for it. That people say, hey, Teddy's going to say what he feels. I was never a fan of him. I never thought he was a man that kept his word. I never thought he really did a great job over at Showtime. I mean, they put some good fights on because the fights were available, because the landscape made it available. Where there was, there was a lot of job shortages in the business, if you will, and people are eager, of course, to fight on a platform like Showtime if you're going to pay them. It's a lot of fighters available, and you didn't have to be talented to put on good fights at Showtimes. Like I said, there weren't a lot of places to go. There was a lot of unemployment. There were not a million places to go and get paid. So if there was a place, boom, there was a line of people waiting to...
Former ESPN writer Jason Whitlock has presented another possible explanation for the concerns surrounding Floyd Mayweather's finances. Whitlock argued that Floyd has spent enormous amounts while maintaining a celebrity lifestyle and staying closely connected to modern entertainment culture. In Whitlock's view, constantly displaying luxury and maintaining that image could have placed considerable pressure on Mayweather's finances and potentially contributed to debt. He also suggested that if Floyd eventually needs additional income to deal with financial obligations, returning to the spotlight as a fighter could become an option once again.
The stupidity of living for the culture and trying to be relatable and trying to be this incredible icon or example of Look how much money I've made. He's blown it all, and now at 49 years old, he's got to go back into the boxing ring and continue to fight because he's in a lot of debt. And this is what I was trying to make the point to Cam Newton about. This whole, I'm doing it for the culture. What is doing it for the culture?
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has earned more money than almost any boxer in history, yet speculation about his finances continues because of the extraordinary spending associated with his lifestyle. Expensive cars, valuable jewelry, private jets, luxury homes, and extravagant purchases have all become closely associated with the money persona he created. But sustaining that kind of lifestyle can require an enormous amount of money, even for someone who has generated hundreds of millions during a legendary career. As a result, the latest reports have sparked a much broader conversation about how quickly extreme wealth can come under pressure when spending remains consistently high. Whatever claims are eventually proven, the situation demonstrates one important reality. Earning massive amounts of money does not automatically guarantee lifelong financial security. Without disciplined spending, smart investments, and proper long-term planning, even a fortune accumulated over decades can eventually face serious challenges.
It's flowing. And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever. Like, there's all these lawsuits. Like, he hasn't been paying things, and he owes money on this and owes money on that. And it's like, and then he's got to come out of retirement.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think it's just the lifestyle that Floyd lived.
Yes.
I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he got to be lavish.
Right. He's got to have those videos where it shows you all the watches, where he opens the case up, you know.
All the money. He got to show that he got $1 million in his backpack. And, you know, he got the latest watch and the latest car and look what I just bought.
And when you get into latest watches and latest cars, you get into that shit. Like, boy.
Terrence Crawford believes the situation involving Floyd Mayweather could serve as an important lesson for young athletes around the world. Crawford explained that fighters should never assume another massive payday will always be waiting for them. His advice is straightforward: invest wisely, manage money carefully, and prepare for the future while the opportunity exists. He also emphasized that wealth can become a powerful way to generate even more wealth, but poor decisions can quickly turn that same money into a serious problem. Relying on the expectation of another enormous check can become dangerous when long-term financial planning is ignored. Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson has defended Mayweather and urged people to be cautious when comparing Floyd's circumstances with the financial struggles of ordinary individuals. Stevenson highlighted the extraordinary amount of money Mayweather earned throughout his career, suggesting that what may appear to be severe financial trouble from the outside could look very different when considered alongside the massive fortune Floyd accumulated over the years.
With Floyd right now, about the money issues, coming back, like, what do you think about stuff like that? What's your thoughts on that?
You know, I try not to get in too much that kind of stuff because, right, people could talk about, oh, Floyd broke and Floyd this. Man, even if, let's just say, coincidentally, Floyd broke. Floyd broke ain't like everybody else broke, bro. Like, Floyd broke is a different type of broke. Like, Floyd broke is our super rich at the end of the day. So, now to see him come back fighting, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe you know what I think my thing is with Floyd? I know him. So, like, me knowing him, I know that he just loved boxing too.
So, even if Floyd Mayweather is currently dealing with financial pressure, that does not automatically mean his situation is as serious as some reports and critics have suggested. What do you think about Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s reported financial situation? Do you believe the criticism is justified, or are people judging him too quickly? Let us know your opinion in the comments.